So how about I make a quick video discussing a ceremonial magic project that I have going on to give you guys a couple of pointers on ceremonial magic and kind of see how it goes and how stuff works. So I can't exactly remember how many of these details I have talked about in my previous videos, but I have been making posts about them both on the Black Tower and on my Magickology YT Facebook page and such. Can't remember if I made an Instagram post about it or whatever, but it's neither here or there. Oh, just one quick pointer for those of you guys that are like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's a BC Rich Warlock Platinum series down there, that guitar. So I thought it kind of fit. And I didn't want to have it get damaged leaning or laying around anywhere else. So I just kind of brought it out here. You know, just trying to set up the scenery. You'll also notice above my head it's kind of blue and purple. I also have a copy now of Creating Consciousness, The Psychology and Art of Tulpamancy above my head. There it goes. So, for starters, my ceremonial magic project is basically an attractor of abundance, abundance being money, because I wanted to see if I could get into something. You know, I always love digging my teeth into a project, and I like the slow burn of working on something over time. So, and also kind of to school myself a little bit more on ceremonial magic stuff. So I decided to make a kind of money attractor as a ceremonial magic thing. I took the idea from the Tulpamancy shrine that I got going on right there as a hub for certain types of energy, and you know, things like sigils or talismans or stones or whatever, those kinds of vessels and things are supposed to either exude or attract certain energies and such. So what I did was, and you know, with ceremonial magic and stuff, I do like to take the allegorical jazz with it because I am very much a psychology-based person. That's why you know, I like to use the term psychomagical. So here's the allegorical start to it. One, the box itself is advertised as a cash box, so that works, right? So let me just kind of discuss things a little bit here. So for one thing, if it's supposed to attract stuff, well, it kind of let me adjust some jazz. You know, it's one of those cash boxes that you guys see at a lot of you know, events, fairs, things like that. Two, it's got a lock on it, right? So seals stuff in. Three, it's covered in mostly black. So what does black do? Black absorbs all light, right? So it's an absorber of energy. I like to look at the metal on the outside basically as you know, like a stronghold, as you could say, or so you could say, where you know, it's protecting it from being in there. It's got the handle so I can move it around, and it stands on 4 legs, so it's got a good foundation. See, you got to think about all this allegorical stuff. You know, you wouldn't want like a little plastic egg or something, right? So that's why I kind of decided to pick this thing. Maybe I'll just leave it there for the time being. So what I have done with it is given my work with this. So I started off with a sigil for ZQ, which is, you know, the attractor of like treasure and abundance and such. So I have a sigil of that in there. Then I decided to create some custom sigils for certain aspects of abundance making that I already do, such as various jobs or this YouTube channel or my books or any other venues. And that are my main sources of income. I also decided to throw a little bit of a thing of luck in there because I do like lottery tickets once in a while. I won 500 off of one of those one time. That was sweet. Helped me get my pistol permit. So, anywho, the sigils that I made, I custom made them aligned with my, see, and this is where I get really complicated because this is what I like to be. Not complicated in a bad way, but, so I took the brains that I put into this in terms of making, consecrating, and working with the different sigils that I put inside this box. So I have very specific methods very specific scripts, very specific wording and structure every single time that I do something that goes in that box. Even the place that I put it in, which, we'll try to be a little bit of a cool videographer for this one, huh? So, even this place that I put it in my house, right? This is the main place where it sits, is the money corner, money bagua, I think it's called, that you would find if you studied feng shui. So you can tell I thought about all these details, right? So then I think of, when do I work with this box? When do I put energy into it? Who do I call upon when I'm working with this kind of thing? Well, if you're talking money, right? You can, and argue with, don't argue, but let's have a discussion if you think differently, because hey, that could help me out with this, and I'd love to learn more. It's all about the back and forth here, either on my email, which you can find at the end of the video, or down in the comments and whatnot. You can also find that stuff in the description. But anyway, you're talking about money, commerce, business, stuff like that. Think Wednesdays. Wednesdays have to do with Mercury. So you can imagine that a lot of the sigils that I made, I used with the influence of the Mercury square, right? And then invoking Mercury when I made and empowered the sigils. And so, anyway, back to it. So I work with this box on Wednesdays. I set up a ritual space. I do, the whole structure and everything. And I go over the sigils, re-empowering them. I review if I'm gonna add anything in there. And it's the main focal piece of a bit of a ritual thing that I have done on Wednesdays since I made it. Also thinking allegorically, well, it's a lockbox, right? So it's almost like a piggy bank, as it were, and I think that just like a regular bank, right? The more money you have, the more interest you get, so the more money that a bank account in itself attracts, even though interest rates suck. So every week I throw some bills in there, right? And then I have a little wallet in there. I have some coins in there. I have some stones in there that are associated with abundance and money. You can see all these different meanings and things that I attach to it. Even when I have done the rituals for it, I am either wearing green for money, black for attraction because it sucks in things, or even, yeah, that's pretty much all I've worn. Anyway, and I still got to work around with like colored candles and such, but you can see how it's got a structure. It's got a structure for what it's used for, a structure for everything that goes involved with it, a structure for everything that's said with it, a structure for the ritual in terms of date and even time. I do it around at night. Still got to figure out like the hour of Mercury and stuff. I'm probably gonna make a video on like planetary hours later and whatever. But like I said, it's a work in progress. So everything has a reasoning around the ritual, the box itself, the everything that goes into the box, everything that I wear, everything that I say, do, and whatnot around it, and even where it sits. So that to me is pretty extensive with ceremonial magic stuff. So let me know what you guys think about this, and if you have any pointers, I'd love it. So, comments, complaints, concerns, issues in the comments, or the email. You can find all of my other social media links and stuff to my books at the end of this video. So, good hunting. Thanks for watching my video. So if you want to check out my playlists, I have, among others, the Simon Necronomicon, the Tree of Life, General Magic, Tulpamancy, a playlist on my books, the elements, stones, the theories that govern magic, and the gods and goddesses of Mesopotamia. If you want to check out my books on Amazon, I have Creating Consciousness, Magical Mechanics, Magical Theater, Handy Sigil Magic, and The Guide to the Spheres and Beyond. You can also find me on Facebook at Magickology YT. You can email me at priestofthenecro@gmail.com, and you can even check out my Instagram, which is Magickology. And good hunting.